time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today's Wednesday, March 12th. S&P up 46, NASDAQ up 260, Russell up 12, Dow up 66, NASDAQ the strongest, Dow is the weakest. Gold's up 0.75%, silver's up almost 2%, notes and bonds are red, 10-year yield up 0.63, oil up 2%, natural gas down 8. All the grains finished red, euro is slightly red, pound is basically unchanged. Bitcoin down almost 1%. VIX has contracted over 10% from yesterday's close, currently at 24.19. Okay, what have I done? I got stopped out on one price action iron, Condor. Full stop, and then I've got another one that I've got one lot left that's currently at about whatever that is, 60-ish%, just holding that one lot. And then I put on another one. It's currently up about 12%. Have not taken any off that one yet. My BIX, I just fired up my BIX. I've only done 3 tranches and I got double stopped on one of them. So a little bit red on my BIX. Let's see, day trading. Got a couple positions on still. I've got calls in hood and PLTR. They are dipping right now. But currently up right at 1500 on my day trades. I've got a 1 DTE from yesterday that would need about a 100-point rally if it was going to hit max profit. So I'm going to most likely hit my minimum profit of 915. What else? I did something else here. Oh, I traded some futures. I'm currently long Bitcoin, and I booked a little over 1,000 on gold. I think that is it for me. No VRRs today. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, pretty good, really. Let's see. I unfortunately got a full stop on my first trade and immediate bounce. I mean, just immediate. Would have been a 20, 40, 60, 80 winner if I didn't get stopped. But, you know, you win some of those and you lose some. And then my second one I put on, I closed it within like 10 minutes, just wasn't comfortable with it. And then re-entered about 30 minutes later, 30, 40 minutes later maybe, and closed half at 20%. And I have been cooking the rest of it ever since. And it's down to $1.75. So I just posted it in my channel. It's dead centered. I skipped 40, skipped 60. It's dead centered and 110 wide. So,
yeah, so I'm kicking myself a little bit. On my stopped out one, let me bring up SPX here. So I put it on. We didn't really consolidate too much when I put it on. I was just anticipating some consolidation right around unchanged with the expected move right below it. And that didn't happen. And so there was about 8 times on this little run up that I was like I just need to cut this. It's not
Right.
doing what I anticipated, which is I wanted consolidation in this area and it didn't happen. I literally, I don't know, like I said, probably 8 times was like, I need to just cut this, need to just cut this, need to just cut this because it's not doing the whole reason I put it on
Right.
wasn't doing it, and I just didn't, and so I let it go all the way to get stopped. So
Yep.
I think, that's something that I want to be a little bit more diligent on. If I put it on for a reason, specifically like this, to consolidate around where I'm anticipating consolidation around a certain level, I need to cut it if it, I mean, it just looked like we were going to start squeezing, which we did for a while.
Yeah.
And I just
So
felt like it was going to happen and I should have cut it. But
yeah, so if you look at the 11 well, it was 11:03 is when I got trade. So that first red bar right
yep,
there,
yep,
that's where I put it on, expecting some resistance and some consolidation. So the next bar, you see what happened.
yep.
It pushed way up, and so and then it did it one more time, and then I was like, that's it, I'm cutting it, and it ended up being $100 winner. I mean, I closed it for a dime less than what I opened it for. So now there was consolidation after that. So who knows? I probably would have booked profits, but still, I think if you're feeling any type of anxiety in this type of market, just go ahead and close it. It's not a big deal.
Can always reopen.
Yep. And I did 30 minutes later, once I saw a lot of that consolidation. So my reentry was 11:40. So it would have been actually it was 11:41. So it would have been on the bar that had a little bit of a down move, showed it wasn't going to keep ripping, and then it moved up a little bit, and I entered. And then it chopped for a while, and it's really pretty much been in a 30-point range since.
Yeah, I think obviously there's going to be times when you put it on and it just makes a quick move, you get stopped out. Those are unavoidable. It's going to happen. But I'm starting to kind of gravitate to stop should be kind of a last resort. This is part of my internal dialogue today was, which I think is important for us to all, observe and be aware of. And that was, I was going back and forth on, okay, cut it because this is what I think is going to happen versus stay mechanical, right? So especially when you're
Right.
trading back tested strategies or, any type of strategy that you are trying to stay mechanical on, you have that conflict of, I know what's going to happen versus staying mechanical. And it's kind of the dialogue that was going on with me today. And so, but the reality is, I mean, the way that I trade price action iron condors and, kind of similar to what you do with TLC is like, it's a discretionary trade, right? So
Right.
it's like, yes, there's some mechanics that you want to stick with, but at the same time, you're putting it on for consolidation. And when it's clear the consolidation isn't happening,
Right.
I think it's okay to close it out and reevaluate.
Yeah. So yesterday, do you remember in Power Hour me talking about a trade I put on? I was just reckless.
Yep.
And in my TLC review, I talked about it. Like, so it was the exact same thing. Like, there was no consolidation. Price was going up and continuing to go up, and I knew it was going to go up, and I didn't. And I kept telling myself, just like you did today, I just need to close this. It was a reckless trade. Well, it prevented me from having a green day because it was ended up being a full stop. So today, learning from yesterday, I wasn't going to let that happen.
Just hit 20% on my current price action iron condor. Nice little down move. Nice and centered with that little down move. So taking a look at a daily of SPX, a little bit of a squeeze today. I mean, we had that, early flush through yesterday's low, and not on ES, but on SPX. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't yesterday's low, but it flushed through the expected move, flushed into red territory, and then acted like it was squeezing now. Not a whole lot of follow through yet. I mean, we're still below yesterday's high currently. We poked above it right at the open. We do have PPI tomorrow. So the market could be waiting for PPI to get out of the way before any kind of continued squeeze, or maybe we crash again. I don't know. But PPI is pre-market, an hour before the market opens, and then we have 30 minutes after the bell on Friday, consumer sentiment and inflation expectations, which are typically not that big of a deal. The Forex factory calendar has the file folders as red or high impact, but we will see if that is really that high of impact.
In my non-TLC account, I do have on a double Wooga type trade. It is, I just posted it. Break evens are 40 wide. A max loss of $2,920.
What do you mean double Wooga? You put two different ones on at different times?
Yep. Put one on at the somewhat early. Let's see. So it would have been 128, and then one on at the normal time. I like the risk reward. It was about, well, for each one, it would have been about 1410, 1500 right in there. So instead of putting on a new TLC, I put those on, and then, but that was my non TLC account. So in my TLC account, I've just been cooking this one instead of putting any more risk on. It's I have 5 contracts left. That it's down to $1.45, and I closed out half my contracts at 20%, and I've just been cooking the rest.
Yeah, the one lot I have left on from my previous Iron Condor is 90 wide. It's currently at $1.75.
Yeah, I got an order to take a couple more, 2 of my 5 off at $1. I mean, at that point, it gets to where, you know, is the risk reward worth it? But I mean, it's 110 wide.
We'll pull back here.
Dating back several months, I've had good TLC days on CPI day.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before, Elliot, either. So did it close it? Hmm. Yeah, I've never had that. All winners. It's like multi-tranche price action iron condors. All day multi-tranche. We got a lot of stocks kind of that had big down moves and they've rebounded to just below highs of day.
Yeah, couldn't break through. A lot of them.
Tesla couldn't pop through. Nvidia consolidating just below. Microsoft, Amazon. Oh, Amazon's a little ways away. Apple's still weak. Apple's near the lows. Google. Actually, Google, well, Google's right there. Hasn't popped through yet. AMD did. Netflix hasn't been able to again yet. Need a bounce out of hood and PLTR. S. That used to be Sprint. Sentinel 1. I'm chopping between $30 and about 13 for a few years here. It's a $19 stock, 10 cents wide. It's been in a little bit of a slide lately, of course. So has everything. Sometimes it's hard to trade butterflies on these cheap stocks. I mean, a 2.5 point expected move. At 22. Something like this. But again, I mean, it's not something I would trade. 28 cents. Got a White House presser going on. Carolyn's on the mic.
Not on TV.
It's on the Fox live stream, YouTube. Carolyn tried to make an analogy of football. Didn't quite work out the way she wanted, I don't think. We're at the 10th yard line and about to score a touchdown. So I'm over 40% here. Yeah, she was trying to go for something around their climb time. She just didn't quite hit it correctly.
And I'm gonna jump in a power hour trade here. My TLC account.
All right. Dollar General. DG is, I think, usually pretty tradable. What's it trading at these days? $75. Ooh, a couple big up days, followed by a couple big down days. In between 66 and 100 the last few cycles. Baz, you bullish on DG as well? $76, 10 wide. X coming down a little bit. Oh, Carolyn's done. Okay, I think that's it for from the White House for the rest of Power Hour. Yeah, I'm looking at Adobe $438. Big miss the last couple earnings. Good liquidity. Well, pretty decent vol contraction ahead of earnings due to CPI, I assume. What are you looking at, Moel? Bullish or bearish? Moel, the perma bull. All right, 32-point expected move. So we're at 40 to 72. I'm at 50%. I'll take a couple more off here. All right, I've got 2 lots left. One from my recent one from my previous one. Let these go for a while.
Closed out my lunchtime number one for 75 cents. My final 5 contracts. Big winner.
The only one of these that I would probably take is Adobe, but I don't think I'll do that one either. Well, are we gonna get a run up into the close? It's not feeling that way right now. SMCI selling off pretty good. Whoa, what happened to Microsoft? Microsoft had a big dip with some massive volume. SPX coming down into the kind of the middle of this range that it's been in since about 11 a.m. this morning. From about 87 up to 56.27.
Yeah, about 56.10, 56.15 is my sweet spot.
Got about 35 minutes till the bell. PLTR is holding up well on this little dip. This one's down to 65 cents.
They get up to 56.10.
Are we calling 35 minutes till the bell? Early Wooga now?
Wooga. I was going to say, oh, okay.
Elliott Wooga. Got it.
I need above 55.90 for my double Woogas.
Still getting a 35 wide.
I'm in a, let's see. My power hour trade that I answered is 55 wide. Unless I'm counting wrong. Forty-five wide. Need 40 cents. Close half. I'd feel really good if I can book 20% on this power hour trade. Entered at 215. It's got to stay up.
Hood does not look like it wants to continue higher at this moment. Give it a couple more minutes. All right, I'm going to get out of this last one at 55 cents from my previous. All right, Condor.
Should be hitting 20% any second now. Fill it. Build. 15 minutes. That's all it took.
Nice. The LTR starting to pop. Pop, pop. That has some at 274. It's trading at 290. The LTR trying to poke through highs of day. Didn't quite do it. Let's see with this IV contraction if there's a possibility of a Mahomes fly today. Man, they're still super cheap. 10 butterfly trading for about 50 cents. Bitcoin trying to go green for the day. Yeah, it's the off season. Oh well. He's recovering from the Super Bowl.
He does have a bit of a new look with that haircut.
Oh, I haven't seen him. He cut
Yeah.
it off. He cut off his
Yeah.
signature do.
Yep.
Oh man. SPX NDX heading a little bit lower.
That's low enough. Need a bounce. Looks heavy. And stopped on my power hour trade after 20%.
Feeling
That's
a
a
little
bummer.
heavy.
That is a bummer. It'll bounce now that I'm stopped. I'm sure of it.
VIX creeping a little bit, sitting at 24.41.
So I hit 20% and then was stopped 6 minutes later. $150 trade winner. So pretty much scratch trade. And yep, there's the bounce.
Just
Man,
like clockwork.
it's like clockwork, man. It's twice now today. And I'm probably still going to be green, but I mean, it could have been huge green. It's, it's like it comes down just and touches it just enough to stop it.
It's on to you. It's hunting your stops. My last contract is down to 100 or $1.40, $1.50.
Yeah, so plus 1,150 for TLC today with a full stop. So non-TLC account, the double Woogas are up 12%. That's all I got left.
You're looking for, what are you looking for? 56.15 pin.
Yep. Got to stay above 55.90. That's break even.
Hood's breaking down on me, so I'm going to get rid of that. Gave some back on hood.
Order cancelled.
All right, 10 minutes till MOC. Wow, Trump moves forward ahead with broad Microsoft antitrust probe. That's what happened to Microsoft. Pop back up pretty quick.
Actually, quite a bit of decay on the Wuga. It's just way off to the left. Yesterday, my P&L was minus for TLC minus 1,125. Today it's plus 1,150.
$25, baby. Don't spend it
Yeah,
all in one place.
last 2 days. It's just funny how that stuff works out sometimes.
Market's feeling a little heavy.
Yep.
Coin selling off, Tesla selling off, Microsoft coming down, Amazon coming down, SMCI is coming down, MSTR just went red, AMD rolling over. Still got my Johnny one lot left. It's trading for about $1.10. VXX got a nice contraction today, down about a little over 5%. Not quite back in the green yet, but getting closer. About the 50 price level is a little over 50 is kind of our where we'd start to get into the green. We get some more contraction after PPI tomorrow. Would help. I do. There is a course on trading the VIX and VIX related products in WAP, but it doesn't. The vertical risk reversals that I've done, those aren't part of it. That's something relatively newer that I haven't added to the course, but I need to. But the concepts around, selling volatility, VXX, VIX, UVXY, all that stuff is in there. Yeah, if you're looking at my screen, and those are posted in the options selling channel. That's what I've got on here is a bearish VRR and VXX. So it benefits from volatility contraction. So I like to put those on after volatility spikes to benefit from that contraction. Yeah, VXX is an ETF, technically an ETN. UVXY is another one. You can also do it on VIX, but VXX is priced at $53 right now, which is a lot better than 24. All right, we got about 14 minutes. Still get 15 wide, Chad.
Yeah, actually looked into it about 10 minutes ago and just wasn't comfortable with it.
3 minutes till MOC. Let's see if the financial juice guy can get the MOC number right today. 5.5 billion buy side. Oh, wait, no, I mean 320 million sell side. All right, I'll get out of my last one here before MOC. It's trading for about 60 cents.
Just hit 50% profit target on one of my Woogas and closed half. Any up move at all will continue to help.
Republicans do not have the votes to pass the House's spending bill, and at the Senate Democrats will push for Senator Murray's continuing resolution, which is running through the 11th.
We might have a little government shutdown, my friends. They always get that little debt ceiling passed, but not sure it's going to happen this time. Less than a minute till MOC. Oh, there's my bounce back at PLTR after I closed it. SPX, NDX bouncing a little bit.
About 30 seconds to the market for closing balance.
It's kind of creeping higher, like we're gonna get a Pelosi buy number.
I need it higher.
MOC incoming in 5 seconds.
Closing balance. S&P 500 sell side 1.4 billion.
1.4 billion sell side.
Oof.
9 billion. Dow 30 sell side 236.
On that note,
First reactions a
closing
little bit
whiz.
down.
Order cancelled.
Could not get out of Wooga. Came down too much for me.
Little drop off. No chance of a Mahomes fly. Maybe in the very last seconds, but
Or SMCI all the way back down the lows of day.
yeah, no, a lot of these stocks, they couldn't had a big rally back up towards highs of day, but
Nope.
didn't push through. All right, so my one DTE from yesterday is going to hit minimum profit of 915. Little dip on the MOC. No follow through yet. So my price action iron condor is tiny red today. Like I was talking about, could have went green if I would have cut that one instead of letting it get stopped, but minus 3,500 plus 1,700 plus 1,600 on those three. SPX, little dip getting bought up. So those earnings we were looking at, Adobe's after the bell. Dollar General is before the open tomorrow. Sentinel 1 is after the bell today. Nice, Dave S. Four minutes until the bell. We're sitting at 56.05.
Above 56.10 would be the break even for my other Wooga.
Still get a straddle.
Got out of my one Wooga be a loser, one will be a winner. It's going to be a, let's see. See what this last one. I got two contracts left. If it stays above 55.95, the last two will expire with max profit there. It's got to stay above 55.95.
NASDAQ up over 1%, S&P up about 0.5% going into the close. Dow is a little bit red, Russell a little bit green. Baidu had a pretty decent recovery, still down a couple percent, but big V bottom. TSM bouncing into the close. Maybe Geo, Nvidia, all the chips, a little bit of a bounce into the close. Apple bouncing off of its bottom. Trying to get back above yesterday's low. Coin unchanged. MSTR right around unchanged.
It's like I'm having a net profit of about 1,340 in Woogas. As long as it stays above 95.
Oh, Moel, you got into Mahomes? Oh yeah, man. That premium got sucked out quick. Are you on the 5,600? Need to move. Need a little dip or rip. Above 03 would be profitable. Twenty seconds. Back below 5,600. 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. 55.99. Ooh, little markup. That's not a good markup for you, Moel. 55.99.16 looks like the final. All right, all. That is a wrap. Live stream tomorrow is the 13th. Chad will be streaming live at the open. It also will be Chad on Power Hour. I will not be here for Power Hour. Everybody have a fantastic night. PPI pre-market tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night. Cheers.